last thing that I need to tell you about this house is that it actually comes with a teleportation system. Just like that, I can snap my fingers and we can go to the outside. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's never happened before. Usually I land on the grass. We'll have to get that tested. Whew. I didn't bring a change of clothes today. I'm really glad I didn't fall in the pool, but now we're on the grass, safe and sound, don't you worry. What we have in the back is pretty simple. We have a really nice 12-foot patio that's gonna allow us for a nice spatial space to do outdoor dining, things like that. We have a great barbecue and a sink setup right outside. This is probably my favorite part of the backyard, aside from the pool, is really this patio deck that we built here. We did this out of Angelus pavers, and then we have this really cool fire pit that we put in here as well. This leaves us enough room to put benches on all sides, lounge chairs on the back and the front. There's a really cool lounging space in this space. But the coolest part of the yard that people really seem to love, I think that it's a really cool luxurious element to building a luxury home, are these automatic covers that we're putting in. And let me show you what that looks like. You do have to make sure that you're keeping that thought process of pool safety in mind when you're using these elements. So the switch is actually behind the gate. So there's a security gate that we have here that will not allow a young person essentially to get through the gate to turn that switch on. But right here, as you can see, we have a lock and key. So once this is removed, that cover will not open or close. You have to put that key in and then turn it. Now this cover is great for a few things. One, it actually is child safe, meaning I've actually myself personally run on top of this thing to get a kid off of the center of the pool. So my son like kind of jumped in and was grabbing a ball that was like rolling on top of it. I actually went onto the cover, it held me fine, and I was actually able to get my kid back. So it is child safe. It's really great, especially if you're near trees, because all the leaves and stuff that like falls into the pool, all you got to do is just open that cover back up. All the stuff comes off of the pool. Your pool is already clean and ready for swimming. So that is a really great added bonus to it too, as well as if you keep it covered, it stays heated, and you can also heat it up a lot faster because not as much moisture is leaving the pool because it's staying within that cover. So these covers are definitely great. I love them myself. There are some negatives to them, but none that I'll tell you. No, I'm kidding. There's maintenance issues that come with them, essentially. I mean, the motor, cleaning out the vault, you know, and tears and rips and stuff like that might happen as well. So over time, it's fabric, it's gonna rip. So just keeping those things in mind. But overall, especially with the cost, these things are great. I enjoy having them on my projects, and I love giving them to my clients when I'm building a house. Nothing is ever gonna be perfect, and I screw up. We're all human, so things actually happen that we all make mistakes. So what you're seeing here on the fountain, what you're seeing here on the fountain wall, sure, walk on by, we're filming, it's okay. So what you're seeing here on the fountain wall is a mistake that happened. So we were doing the startup on the pool, and when you do the startup on the pool, you actually put acid into the water. And what happened is when the fountains were running, the acid was eating away at the stucco, and when it was done running, we were left with these streaks on the wall that weren't going away. So the first thing I tried to do is I tried to add more acid to the wall to see if I can match the tone and just eliminate all of it, right? And make it all consistent and even. And when I realized that I was never really gonna catch that, because we basically got to the base. Let's zoom in, get it from a closer angle. Once I realized that we were so close to this that I wasn't gonna be able to get any further down, and we still weren't matching the issues that we had here, I realized, okay, we're at a standstill. So we ended up doing a bunch of research to find out what we can do to cover this, whether that being a polybond added agent that we can add more stucco on top of it. So we ended up finding a really great paint that we can use that's waterproofed, and it'll adhere well, and it's not going to get pulled away by all the water that might be hitting it. So we're gonna try that first and see if that ends up fixing the problem. And hopefully it does. So stay tuned and hopefully I can show you how that gets fixed.
Then